Alright, well, I figured I'd do some reloading for you guys today. Got some Barnes varmint grenades, 36 grain, 22 cal, 224 inch, .224. So I got a comment on one of my posts on an older video about the accuracy of these, and I thought, hey, I can go out and see how they group, and figured I'd load some up for you guys so you can see reloading in case you want to start reloading or you haven't done reloading before. But I've got the Spear reloading manual, which it doesn't have this bullet type, but I can get close to it, the amount of powder. So using H322, that's what I usually use in the AR platform rifle. It seems to shoot pretty good. It's a fast burning powder, so just look and see if I can find a bullet here that's close. That's 40 grains for the 223 H322. So same for a 40 grain, maybe 24. I think in the video I was actually using 26, which is really hot. And I think actually, since this says 24, that's a little bit lighter, I might go 24.5 or 25. No, 26 is max charge. Max charge is 26. I was running max charge. So I guess I'll load them up 26. It's close enough for me. And I'm using Remington brass just to keep things consistent. I've got some 5.56 brass, and I've got some, yeah, there's some Winchester brass in here too. But this is 223 brass. Get some dies out here. My sizing die. Just put my sizing die in. Alright, this is a number 10 shell holder for the RCBS press. All the stuff I've been using for reloading is RCBS. Works great. So I'll just go through and show you guys the loading process of one shell, but I'm going to load up 5, so just going to deburr the edges here with the deburring tool. Make sure it's nice and clean. Shouldn't have to trim these. They haven't been used a ton yet. 1. And 2, the case length on the 223 is actually, the neck part of it's actually a little bit shorter than 5.56, which is what the rifle's capable of shooting. This is my primer. That's resized. Alright, I'm going to set my scale here, which I have zeroed. I don't know if you guys can see that. You should be able to. Put it at 20. That would be 26.0. Let's take my powder and kind of guess at it. Sometimes this takes a long time if you're weighing them on this type of scale. If you're doing like a lot of reloading, I would recommend getting a charge dispenser or something. This will take time. Especially if you're bad at guessing, like I guarantee you this is way heavy. Yeah. Way heavy. Once you start getting close, it's still going to be too heavy. It doesn't take much powder to change that scale. Still way heavy. A bad guesser. Getting fairly close here. Still a little hot. I want to get these as close to perfect as I can if I'm testing accuracy on these things. You look at that, now I'm too light. See, I told you when you get close, it's ridiculous how little it takes. It's almost there. A little light. I'd say that's pretty close to what I had it balanced, so. Alright, grab my funnel. You know what I ought to do before I do that though, is I should probably prime the case before I put the powder in it. That way it doesn't all come out the priming end. And this RCBS press does come with a priming tool, which I'm not using because I broke it the first time. It's pretty chintzy. So basically, I'm using a RAM priming unit. That's what this is called, RAM priming unit. Screw this in the top. Put your shell holder that was down here in the top. And it has a thing that goes in place of your shell holder. Put down the bottom. And I've got the primer holder. I stick that in here. Go for my primer tray. I'll have a few left in there. Set my primer in there. Shell on top of the RAM. It's in there. Primed. End of story. Some guys like to lube their cases too when they resize them. I just happened to know that there was probably a little bit left over lube inside my sizing die, and that's why I didn't get stuck. My bullet seeder. Do all this stuff at once. Alright, now I'm going to put the powder in. I'll shake it in there. Make sure you get every little bit. You're good. And I will have to adjust this because this press was not set up for these bullets before, so I want to make sure I get the right seat depth. In fact, I'm going to use some of these 223 Hornady shells as my seat depth gauge. Kind of a poor man's way to do it, but it works. Done it before. Gives you accurate enough results. Grab one of these puppies out of here. That's the bullet. They're really small, hollow point. Set my bullet on top of here. Just kind of feed it in, and I let it go, and it should work. Actually, that was probably seated just fine. A little deep, maybe. A lot deep. No, that's not too deep. It's about perfect. And then there's the finished load.